Hi folks, Sean here with another What's in the Box review, this time of the Assassin's Creed 3 Connor figure by McFarlane Toys. Looking for a great figure just like this one? Then check out BigBadToyStore.com where they have great figures at great prices and you can pre-order all the latest new releases. Alright, so let's take a look at the packaging first. Again, very simple, which I like. Has a nice picture of the assassin right here. This is, of course, Connor from Assassin's Creed 3. It has a nice open window box displaying Connor and all of his weapons that he uses for various assassinations. And on the back of the packaging, we get the other figures featured in this wave. These 5 coming out later in October, and these 3 available now. And those 3 are Connor, Hatham Kenway, and Edward Kenway. Coming out in October, we get Connor in his New York outfit, Blackbeard, Benjamin Horningold, a secret figure, and then Connor in his Native American outfit from the DLC. That's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and open them up. Alright, so here we have Connor out of the packaging. Gotta say, he does look nice. Just as nice as the Edward Kenway figure did, with all the little buttons and the belts and different straps and various little tiny details like his armbands right here that he has. And his face and necklace are sculpted and painted quite nicely. I gotta say that right off the bat I noticed he did not have any ab articulation, which is a little bit of a disappointment, but not that big of a deal. And here's just kind of a 360 look at him. Nice painted details on the coattails, on his quiver right here for his bow, and he does have a couple arrows. Unfortunately, they are non-removable. Hood is nicely sculpted. This figure looks literally like he just stepped out of the game. I love how the head sculpt and the hood kind of capture the silhouette of the kind of the beaked hood and how he looked in the game. Kind of how his face is kind of shrouded in shadow. If the light catches it just right, you can see that there's even like sewn hem details. He has the eagle here that he has printed on here. Even though his face is kind of covered with the hood, you can still see underneath there that his face is nicely sculpted with the eyes and eyebrows and whatnot. Unfortunately, unlike the Edward Kenway figure, this hood is not removable. It is sculpted on his head. Alright, so for accessories, I gotta say that this figure came with a lot. Quite a bit more than the Edward Kenway figure, and also kind of cooler accessories as well. So first off, this figure came with not 1, but 2 flintlock pistols, and you can see on the side here he does have holsters for them. And let me get a close-up view for you. They are nicely sculpted and painted with very accurate details. And they do fit in his hands quite nicely, just like that. And they do slip into their holsters quite nicely, just like that. Here's kind of like a back and side view of it. Another accessory that this figure came with was his trademark trusty bow here, complete with real string, so you can, have that kind of thing going on. And as you can see, he does hold it quite nicely for all those displayed purposes. It would have been a little bit nicer if they included an actual, removable arrow for the bow here, but it's nice that they included it anyway. And then obviously you can have his bow sheathed just like that. And what Connor would be complete without his trusty tomahawk? This figure really wouldn't be complete without it, I feel. And it does fit in his hand quite nicely, just like that. Now unfortunately on this figure there's no place really to sheath the tomahawk. And for his final accessory, last but not least, is his hidden blade / knife. And let's see if I can get a close-up on here. It is sculpted quite beautifully with all these Native American designs coming down it. It does include the hook at the end of the blade here that he used to gut the animals that he hunted. So here you can have it extended as one of his hidden blades, or have it removed from his wrist and used as one of his hunting blades. I gotta say, with all this figure's accessories on him, he looks so badass. He looks like a killing machine ready to take down any Templar in his way. Alright, so for articulation, this figure does have quite a bit, though he's missing an ab crunch, which isn't that too big of a deal because he makes up for it in other spots. One thing I noticed is, in this line of figures, all the joints are kind of like on a ratchet joint, but unfortunately you get this bandai thing where they aren't painted like the rest of the figure. This figure's head can go up and down just a little bit, left and right a tad bit. It's kind of hindered by his hood right here. Arms got 360 degrees around as well as in and out. Swivels at the elbow and bends at the elbow. He does swivel at the upper wrist right here, but since it's so close to the elbow joint, it's kind of hard to move, but it does swivel back and forth. He also has a ball-jointed wrist that goes in and out and all around right here. Again, no waist articulation. The legs are kind of on a ball joint. They go forward a little bit and back and in and out, but not very much. It's kind of hindered by his coat right here. Ball-jointed knees. They do bend and go 360 all the way around. He bends at the ankle, as well as has an ankle pivot. Alright, so overall I gotta say this figure is pretty amazing. Right up there with the Edward Kenway figure. Just as mind-blowing. Great detail all around. Phenomenal accessories. Personally, for me, Connor is my favorite assassin so far. Again, a must-have figure for anyone who's a fan of the Assassin's Creed line. That's pretty much it for this review. Catch you next time.